This is the SoftOtaku intro song. I know it isn't very long. I hope you will enjoy the video.
What's up, people? You know, I consider myself pretty healthy. Sometimes I go for years without getting a cold, but I seem to be catching a cold again. This is the third time in 3 weeks. So hopefully I'm not dying, but just in case, I'm drinking whiskey. Because I don't have any cough syrup and whiskey tastes a lot better. Good news is it's just it's starting to warm up a bit. So I don't know what's going on this last week or 2 weeks, but I guess it's mostly I've had a lot of spare time, where I don't have time to come home because I like to be home. I've turned into a homebody and it's great. Having a new house and a new wife and yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons, but when I'm out and I have a lot of time between stuff I've got to do, I tend to kill time shopping. So I've just picked up a lot of stuff, but I mean, I haven't been buying as much stuff as who cares? We don't care. So what? Here's a bag with something in it. I'll show you what it is. This came in the mail, and I haven't really talked about this too much in my videos, or really online that much for that matter, on Facebook, on my SoftOtaku Facebook page, which I think I set it up wrong because I've got two, and I don't know. Anyway, this is Shulk from Xenoblade, and this means that I have every single amiibo up to this point, and I can't stop now. You know what I mean? Like, you get to a point where it's like, okay, I don't actually care if I have so-and-so or not, but if it's the difference between having a complete set and not having a complete set, not only do I have to have it, but even if it costs a stupid amount of money, which actually this did, well, it's stupid. It's like one more than the other ones. I have to buy it. I can't. I'm trapped. I'm not trapped, but you know what I mean. So here's the front. Here's the back. I like the boxes. You know, I like what they've got a little bit of decorative action happening there. It says Shulk here, but you know, when you take it out, which I might as well do, it doesn't say that on the thing, and I just think that's stupid. Like, how the hell am I gonna know that this is Shulk? I'm just not that hardcore, I'm sorry. So there it is, it's out. And it doesn't say Shulk, it says all this other information on the bottom. Why doesn't it say the name of the character? Hello? It seems like, I mean, at somewhere on this thing, it should say the name of the character. But no. I mean, maybe that's something they did on purpose, or like, whatever. But anyway, so now I've got them all. I think that makes 29 at this point. So, I really like the amiibo. I think that they're fairly priced, and you know, they have functions, they do stuff. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? I'm gonna put it right. I'm gonna put it here and hopefully it doesn't fall off, because that seems like a place where he can just watch you and make sure that you're not doing anything you shouldn't be doing while you're watching my videos. I don't even know if you can hear me right now. I'm talking really quiet. So I got this bag of stuff. This is fresh. This is today. By the way, that is my new PS4. And it's been 24 hours and my wife hasn't said anything. I don't think she's noticed at all. Largely because I took the slime off. I figured I'd make it a little more or less obvious. Because, I mean, that thing's really shiny. So once she's like, your PS4, did you get a new PS4? I'm like, yeah. And then I'll plug the slime back in. But until then, I'm kind of playing a game to see how long it takes. And if she never notices, well, we'll see. But anyway, so like I said, I didn't really say, I had a morning thing to do, and then I had an afternoon thing to do, and then an evening thing. And in between, I went to some game stores. The first one I went to was not really like a hard off type place. It was more sort of a otaku-y place. They've got lots of anime and manga and stuff. And I don't get there very often, so I just kind of had a look. And I ended up buying a fair number of things. I actually played a little game with myself earlier. And I tried to, I had students taking a test, and so I had nothing to do really. So I tried to write down everything that I bought today, because it's a lot of smaller things. And man, I remembered a lot, but I didn't come close. You know, here's a glance. And, whew, yeah, I got probably 80%, which I guess is okay, but it's the same day, right? Kind of a, we say bokeboshi in Japanese, which is like to help the onset of, prevent the onset of senility, which is too late for me. But I say that, and then just earlier, I'm actually uploading another video now with another device, and I wanted to switch to the faster internet, and it hadn't been registered on that device yet. And I was going to look it up, and I was like, no, I think I remember. And it's 53867E029332DD6. And I just remembered. Like, I never tried to memorize that or anything, and I haven't put it in a lot lately or whatever. It's just there in my head. So, yeah, I'm going senile, and yeah, I have all kinds of issues. But for some reason, that's there, and I have no clue. Probably I'm some kind of idiot savant. And the savant is really weak, and the idiot is really strong. Yay! So, I actually found a game, and I almost missed this, that I've been wanting for quite a while on the N64. There aren't that many now. I can't remember if I have Snowboard Kids. I want that if I don't have it. I can't remember. And I really want Beetle Adventure Racing. Beetle Adventure Racing, anyone? And Mischief Makers. Well, I got the Japanese version. I still want the English version of this because it's got a bit of text. But anyway, I found the Japanese version of Mischief Makers, which is Yuke Yuke Troublemaker. And the cartridge is in really good shape, but the box and the manual are a bit munted. And as a result, I got it for $8. But I mean, basically, it's boxed and complete, and it's a game that's definitely, yeah, it's desirable. So I was really happy to get that because I didn't have it, and I have a fair number of boxed N64 games, Japanese ones. When it comes to my American collection, it's pretty close to nil. And I don't want PAL ones, so just don't even, except maybe Star Soldier Vanishing Earth, is that what it's called? I think so. That one I might be willing to have just because it's Star Soldier. So, I got that. And then I'm just going to go through the other stuff and try not to be so slow. This one I paid a bit more than I wanted to, but it's hard for me to say no to Lode Runner games because that was one of the games, if not the game. I would have to say it's the game that my father, my now deceased father, and I really bonded over the most. And this is Hyper Lode Runner for the Game Boy, Japanese version, boxed and complete. And yeah, it's not in bad shape at all. But it costs 600 yen, which is, you know, basically $5 at this point in time. Which, you know, I say, oh, I paid all this money. But man, if I saw a boxed Hyper Lode Runner for the Game Boy in the US at a Goodwill, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all over that for $5. So, I mean, it just goes to show. It just kind of, it's your point of reference. And yeah, it looks really good. It's quite pointy in places. Yeah, so that's good. In no particular order. And some of these are going to end up going in trades or whatever, but I'm just showing you what I bought and not naming names. This is Cosmo Warrior Zero with a spine card and in good shape. I paid less than $2 for this, like $1.75. And I don't even really know what it is. Looks like some kind of a 3D fighter maybe, but I hadn't seen it, or I remember seeing it before, having seen it before. And it's in good condition, and it was cheap, and I thought, this looks like a game I could play. So it might be shite, I don't know, but you know, once in a while it's fun to just try a random one. For the PS1, there you go. Still working on my, what the heck's it called? Nipple pinch? No, dimple, sorry. Dimple. But I'm already more than 2/3 done with it, so what's next? Well, I don't want to show that yet. I'll show this. This is 300 yen, so $2.50 about, for the PlayStation 1 Capcom Generations 4. And it includes everything you see here. And stuff is all in kind of decent shape, and there's no spine card. But I love these Generations games, and I bought it because it was cheap. It's that simple. And if you don't love it, then that's your problem. This game, they had a really nice one, complete with a spine card in good condition for $7.50, and then they had a kind of medium one, and then they had a crappy one. The crappy one was $1.75. I went with that because I don't know if it's any good. But basically, it's a racing game, except you're running with like some kind of augmentation with a maximum speed of 200 kilometers an hour. I don't know anything about it, but it's called Running High. And I just, like I said before, I like to try the different ones. And if it turns out that I like this a lot, which is unlikely, then I'll maybe get a nicer version of it and, send this to somebody in a trade or whatever. I mean, it's better to have a kind of, it's not super scratched up, whatever. It's just, I don't care. Here's a good one to have. This is Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000. So, yay for the Dreamcast. And again, yeah, this one, well, it's got the spine cards in English. But it's a Japanese Dreamcast game. This one, I'm so sure that I have this, but I can't keep track, and I haven't made a proper list because I suck. This is Dragon Spirit. I'm trying to collect, not necessarily trying super hard, but I'm kind of trying to collect all the loose carts of the shoot 'em up games for the PC Engine, just because you can have like an amazing shoot 'em up library in this much space. And I got Dragon Spirit mainly because it was 200 yen, which is like I said, about $1.75. I think I have this already, but if I do, I can trade it. So, because that's a really good deal. Next. What the heck is this? Might as well show it now. This is tea. They were having a campaign in the place where I had tendon, which is tempura. I think people know what that means. Lots of stuff, basically batter fried in a Japanese style over rice with kind of a sweet sauce. Anyway, it was in this sort of shopping area, and if you buy something there, they have a campaign right now. Depending on the day, they give you a different kind of tea, and this is what I got. I'm gonna put this in someone's trade box. Like, there's no reason for me to keep it. I live here, right? But it was really nice. It's a nice little thing. I paid $10 for a really nice lunch, good lunch, and they give me this little tea thing. So sweet. Oh yeah, I did buy another Game Boy Advance SP. It's got some scratching on it, right? But I had them open it up for me. I didn't have this color before. I love this console. And when I had them open it up, the screen is nearly perfect. And that's what really matters, Look how nice the screen looks. And the buttons and everything are good. It's just, it's got a bit of scratching here. And this color isn't that common. It's kind of like, I don't know, baby blue or something. And it's, I mean, I've got one that's scratched worse. Anyway, this is a color I didn't have. And I got it for 2,000 yen, which at the moment is $18-ish. $17, $18. And yeah, it even powers on. So, I don't know, I'm just, the thing is, if you look it up, there are so many variations on this console. It's nuts. Like, I don't want to try to collect them all, but that doesn't mean it's not fun to have like lots of different ones, and they're super stackable too. I don't know. For $17 though, it's hard to say no. It's in it. It's like the kanji. Sorry, I'm into Japanese now. I've been talking with my wife, so my brain's a little bit kind of in between. Well, yeah, English and Japanese. This is the one earlier I said, well, I don't want to show this yet. This is another Load Runner game. I showed Hyper Load Runner for the Game Boy, which now that I think about it, I might already have that box, but oh well. This is Championship Load Runner for the NES. I'm sorry, for the Famicom. And the thing is, I think on Championship you could make your own levels, because that's what my dad and I would do on the Commodore 64. And so I'm guessing this is the equivalent on the Famicom. And this box is a little bit munted, and everything's just not that awesome, but it works, and it's and again, $5. So yeah, my dad. I didn't know this was on the NES when I was a kid, or I would have insisted that we get it because I loved this game. So many hours my dad and I spent on this. Seriously, one of my favorite childhood memories. When I got my NES, I was so happy, but my dad just couldn't. For some reason, he didn't get into it. He played with me a little bit, but just never really got into it. I think he liked the stick on the Commodore 64, and he just didn't get into this as much with the NES, which, to be honest, at first I didn't think I would either, but I totally loved it. Oh, shit. Don't say bad words. This is a game for the Famicom. It also came out for the NES, and it's basically a softcore porn puzzle game. The thing is, 8-bit softcore porn now is just funny. I mean, it's not... Yeah, I'm not somebody who's going around saying, hey, porn is great. I'm just not that guy, but this is just funny. And it's kind of an uncommon title, and I saw it. I've never seen it, and I bought it. And it was about $20. Thing is, if you go on eBay, you can buy this now for only $125. I checked. So I thought $20 is a pretty good deal. And I don't know, it's one of those things. So I'll put it in and play it a bit. But it's just funny, right? So there you go. It's called Soap Panic in Japan, and in Western countries it's called Bubble Bath Babes. So I think that's right. There you go. Soap Panic, everyone. You can find video of that on YouTube. And then I think, yeah, that's all for that store. And then I had to go work in the afternoon. Then I had a little bit of free time, and I went to another game store where I either find nothing or something great. I haven't had much luck there recently. But the thing is, I just had a lot of time. And the more time I have, the more time I have to convince myself that I should buy this or to justify it. If I had a little longer, I would have ended up buying a dancing game and another copy of a game that I already have. I mean, but I had to get out of there. This one, and I don't really regret any of these, at the end of the day. I got a PlayStation 4 game, which I think I paid what it should cost full price new, because I paid about $23 for it, and that's Drive Club for the PS4. Funny thing about this game, I don't know about recent updates, but at least when it came out in Japan, this is obviously the Japanese version, if you had your console set to American English, it would totally display the game in Japanese. But if you switched your console to British English, which is how I have mine set now because of this game, pretty sure it's this game, it totally works in English. Anyway, so yeah, I've got this. I did the first race just screwing around. I got third place because I was, because I suck. So there you go. And it came with some kind of a download, which, I don't know, probably somebody already downloaded. But yeah, I was, I had been wanting this for a while. And now I have it. So, yay. I think I have, I don't know. I've got more than 10 anyway, PS4 games. Probably around 15 at this point. And I'm not trying to get a bunch, just, as far as physical ones. We got 18 minutes. Okay. So this is a bag of cards, and some or many of these actually are not probably going to stay in my collection, but I just have a lot of sorting to do. And they had a thing where I was like, I'm just going to make it simple. Basically, $10, but if you buy two that are $10, you can get them both for 15, like that. So I picked the games based on that pricing setup. Before that, I paid 20 yen, which is like 15 cents, or 16, 17 cents for this. It's a Nintendo DS soft case. The thing is, it's not one that you see often, or that I see often anyway. And Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. I haven't smelled it yet, though. I don't know. I think I need to stop smelling it. But I can't stop. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of simple. But it says Nintendo DS. Or is that Nintendo DS? Oh, it's Nintendo DSi. That's kind of cool. Because here, actually... Is that Miss Basket? Yeah, look at that. Here you go. From an older pickup video. That's a Nintendo. Oh, get back in there, you. This is not the time. Nintendo DSi. Nintendo DSi case. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that's nice. It's much happier now that it has a home for 15 cents. And I think it looks all right. That is a bargain for me. Next, some Famicom games, and like I said, it says 980 yen. Whatever. Anyway, figure it out. This is Double Dragon 3, which I don't think I have. If I do, someone got lucky. Or someone might get lucky for a trade, or maybe I'll have two. I don't really care. Because I love video games. This is Dig Dug 2. Some of these I know were overpriced. But again, the way that the pricing setup was, if you bought two, they marked it down quite a bit and made it kind of reasonable. And also, it's a local video game store that sells retro games. So I don't even mind overpaying for a few things. A lot of things I mean, this is the game. Okay, sorry. This is the store where I bought the Just Go N64 for like $20 or $25 or $30. So, I mean, it's okay for me to overspend by a few bucks on a few games, so whatever. This is Tech Mobile, and it's awesome, and it was 80 yen. Formation Z. Some really nice Famicom cards here, and a lot of them, someone's probably going to get. And that someone needs to not say anything in the comments. Well, whatever, who cares? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to decide who gets what. Conflict. Probably I will hate this. It's probably like a Top Gun wannabe kind of game, but I hadn't played it, and it was this or WrestleMania, but the WrestleMania one, the cartridge was really sun faded. This one looks like new. Probably because the game is not very good. I don't know, but anyway. Dexter. Well-known game. Sorry. Argus, which is a shoot 'em up. I've said this many times before, I love the variety of colors on the Famicom cards, but the fact that most of them don't have labels on the top, like some of them do, right? Here is Super Xevious, and it has a label. If they all had labels like this, they're basically the perfect cartridge, because they're stackable, they have a lot of character, personality, and then they've got that. But unfortunately, most of them are like that. Anywho, so this is Super Xevious Gold Cart. This is Choplifter. And then I've just got 4 more Super Famicom carts and I'm done. So, we kept it under 25 minutes, maybe. Rushing Beat. Now this isn't Rushing Beat Ura, which is a bit more rare, but it's almost the same game, and I think it's a beat 'em up. Here we have Puzzle Bobble. A lot of these are really good deals. Some of them I'm not sure. Super Earth Defense Force. Got some yellowing on the back of this one, but yeah, for the price, that was okay. And Super James Pond 2. And that's it. See? Tomorrow I have 3 big old surround sound speakers coming because Martin found them and I bought too much. And, no, the day after tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I don't know if I'll show them, so I just wanted to mention that. Something interesting about the Amiibo cases, they have this thing, so in theory, at least if you leave them in the box, you can't use them, right? And, I don't know, like, I thought about leaving them in the box. The thing is, they take up, look how much space they take up. This much space or this much space? Yeah, I don't have that kind of space. And they're not that expensive. They're, you know, between 10 and 20 bucks, right? So I choose you. And then I get to play with them. And I can do Super Smash Bros. Or whatever. Anyway, we're up to 25 minutes. So thanks for watching. I hope this was mildly interesting. Bye-bye.